What's up, guys? This is Sammy Geek back here with one more video. I just posted my video on the Fold 4, which you guys can check out. If I can figure out a way to link it here, I'll link it right there, like the cool YouTubers. So I want to just report back to you guys real quick on the Samsung Watch 5 Pro. This is the watch that I've been using now for about a week since I got the Fold 4. They also sent me the same day they sent me the Watch 5 Pro. I'm recording right now on the Fold 4. I just made that video. The phone is awesome. You guys check that video out. But I wanted to report, basically, I just wanted to share my experience with you guys as a Samsung Watch user. Now, I've used just let me lay the background here, because I've used Amazfit, I've used Fitbit, I've used the Garmin's, I've used all different sizes of the Garmin's, because we're going to talk about that in a second. There's some small Garmin's and there's some giant Garmin's. Fitbit is, a little bit small on the smaller side. I've used the Samsung bands, like the fitness bands. I've used the all the different watches. You guys, I'm talking about since Samsung launched their first watch. Remember the first watch that they created? Remember it had a camera. I'm trying to think, was that actually built into the band? Do you guys remember that? And then I think they updated it and they put a camera on the side of it. That's funny. I'm just thinking about that. And then I had the, what was it? The Watch Galaxy S or whatever it was, the curved display. I mean, when that thing first came out, not to digress here too much, but that thing was awesome. Like, to date, that's probably the coolest watch that Samsung's ever done. For the time, it would just blow people's mind because it's curved display. So I would wear that thing for like 2 years later, and going through the airport for work or whatever, and I'd be going around and everybody would comment on it, because of course I'd like hand a credit card or something and they would see the watch and they'd be like, sweet watch. And I've never ever had nothing that has attracted so much attention and it sparked so many conversations about smartwatches and tech, and just meeting friendly people going through the airport or whatever it was. And so here we have a kind of a boring, it's very boring compared to something like that, but I've had it all, so that's the point. So I'm using this watch and I want to just share a few thoughts. Is it worth it if you have the Watch 4? No, not at all. The only reason I'm using this is because I wanted a little bit bigger, chunkier watch. And I would have bought it no matter what, because I get suckered into buying the latest, greatest tech. But I really wanted the extra battery life, and I wanted the chunkiness of the watch, and that's really the difference. I mean, if you're using a 4 right now, just unless you want the chunkiness of the watch and the battery life, just keep it. There's literally no upgrade. You're gonna get the better glass. You're gonna get the titanium bezel. But unless you want those two things, the longer battery life and a chunkier watch, then that's it. If you don't want a chunkier watch, don't upgrade to this watch. Just keep the 4. You could get the standard 5 and get a little bit better battery life, but that's really it. But there's two kind of things I want to say. And number one, the magnetic band, forget that. Like, if you're an athlete and you're working out, if you're anything like me, you're going to loosen the band and retighten the band. So like, you're going to go in and do your workouts. Sometimes you'll tighten the band up, so it's not sliding around. And then when you're done with your workout and your wrist is sweaty, you might loosen it up. I do. So I loosen mine up one notch before I use it for sleep. So the magnetic band I had on for about 45 seconds, tried it, and I said, hell no, that's not going to happen. So I removed it and put on the band that came stock from my Watch 4. But I want to yell at the reviewers for a second here. And what in the world? Okay, so a lot of the reviewers, in fact, one I read yesterday, said the Watch 5 Pro is so chunky and so heavy. They said you'll never be able to sleep with that watch on because it's just so thick and so heavy. and you could barely wear it through the day because it's so noticeable and so clunky and heavy on the wrist. I don't know who these people are, but you are definitely not the demographic that's supposed to be buying the Watch Pro. If this feels heavy for you, that means you've probably never lifted a weight in your life, and you probably do nothing outdoors, because this is designed for more of your athletic person, more somebody out running, hiking, biking, whatever, walking, and in the gym, lifting weights. And if you've ever used a Garmin in your entire life, have you seen the size of some of those, like the Fenix 6X? The thing is like wearing a clock, like a full-size clock around your wrist. And I've done it. I've been there. I've worn those watches before. But this is nowhere near, not even the same planet. It's a little bit chunky, but it looks awesome. And for if you're into sports, it's great. I mean, it looks good on the wrist. I don't have huge wrists, and it looks just fine. I mean, it's just a little bit bigger than the Classic, and it's deceiving because it's a little thicker, but of course it's got a battery in it. I love it. You guys, I use it every single night for sleep tracking and have zero issues with it. But this is also from a guy who has been wearing watches for sleep tracking for some time. So if you've never wore a watch and you're like, hey, I think I'm going to go out and get the 5 Pro for my very first watch, and I expect I'm going to wear it 24 hours a day except for when I shower, maybe good luck with that. Maybe start out with the Watch 5 or pick yourself up a used Watch 4. So anyway, this watch for me is awesome. I give it 2 thumbs up. I love the size. I love the battery life. I love the looks of it. It looks a little bit more premium compared to my, to me now, if I put back on the Watch 4, it kind of looks, I don't know, dainty. I don't know. I guess that's a better way to put it, but happy with it. So I would say 2 thumbs up for this and for the Fold 4. The Fold 4 has been awesome. The Watch 5 Pro has been awesome. Samsung, you guys did a great job this year, with the exception of, I mean, this is a pretty expensive watch. I'm trying to think. So, I know what I did. I used the credit that they gave me from the Fold 4 to be able to get the watch, and so it was much more affordable. But I think the trade-in is okay. But again, if you wear this thing every day, day in and day out, you break down the price. It's, a very, a buck a day, less than that, to 50 cents a day or whatever it works out to be after you trade in your Watch 4. So anyway, I hope this helps, guys. Do your let me do the geeky thing again. No, wait, down there, leave some comments. Thanks guys for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.